I really like the fact that when you do your project, you feel like you do a visible difference. You see the progress. We can instantly, especially with marine, I feel like because we do a lot of surveys and we really keep an eye on our reef with our artificial reefs and that kind of stuff. We measure every month and every week like the progress that we're making and the bleaching and the growth and everything. So it's very rewarding that you get to see progress like every single week. So we took a boat on my birthday. We went to some of the other islands and we saw 2 humpback whales. So that was really cool. That was really nice, and I got some great drone footage with that, and that was really exciting. The other one is we did a wreck dive and we went to Tanakeli, which is a marine reserve. So it's a no-take zone, so like the fish are massive and like the corals are huge, and it was really amazing, and the wreck was so cool. We had like shoals of fish surrounding us, like different kinds of fish, and it's just like you'd never see it.
On our MRCI marine program, we teach you all the ins and outs of how to be not only an advanced open water diver or above, but also how to be a scientific surveyor. When you join us, if you haven't already, we'll put you through your paces and on a PADI course, so your advanced open water level. If you're already there, then we'll get you straight in the water to start training for surveys.
When you actually go down and the light kind of dances over the coral and you can see like the little light rays, it's amazing. So we have like a few dive instructors who are very competent. They are very good at their job. I feel very safe here. And I'm personally doing my rescue course. I might do my dive masters, we'll see.
At Nosy Combat we've got a fringing reef that is about 10 meters deep, and we've also got a lovely seagrass bed, and all around the reef it is covered in hard corals, soft corals, sea fans, a huge array of wildlife that includes turtles, stingrays, lionfish, even the occasional shark that comes through. We've even had dolphins in the bay, and we've had humpback whales right now, which has been so fantastic. So you're going to get the chance to see all of that when you come out here with us. We do several different projects here, first of which is our reef surveys, which are long-term data collecting surveys with transects spreading all the way down the reef on the coast of Nosy Combat. We measure the fish organisms, the benthic organisms, those are all the guys that swim along the bottom, and all the sessile, which is all the coral. And when volunteers join us, they'll specialise in one of these areas to start with. We'll train them how to identify those species, how to survey them, and then as a team you all group together and you carry out reef surveys. As well as our reef survey project, we have artificial reefs, which we've added to our reef system over the last year. Our first artificial reef is a series of metal structures that have been made by volunteers, and we've put out on the sand to provide additional substrate for things to grow. Our other artificial reef project involves a series of concrete structures that again were made by our volunteers, and we've attached some corals to start a brand new coral transplantation project. This we only started a few months ago. The baby corals are already growing, and we're now going to start surveying this coral site as a new artificial reef. Both of these projects we've put forward because our reef itself in front of our base is a marine protected area. So it's important that we set up these artificial reefs and we continue to expand them to try and boost the rejuvenation process of this reef that used to suffer very badly from fishing. But now the marine protected area is in place, we're hoping that over the next few years our surveys and our artificial reef will show how the marine protected area is starting to recover and provide more fish and a better ecosystem for the local community. In addition to all of that, we also do nudibranch surveys. Nudibranchs are little sea slugs that are a good indicator of reef health and a good indicator of biodiversity. So in the same way of butterflies in the forest, we go out and assess nudibranchs, and the more brightly coloured ones we see, the more different species, the better. It's a really fun dive for the volunteers and they love it because it's like a treasure hunt. On top of the nudibranchs, we also have turtle surveys. We have a small population of green and hawksbill turtles that you can see popping up all over our reef, and we carry out snorkels and dry watches every month for the turtles.
Every morning between 7 and 7:30 and every afternoon between 4 and 4:30 we have turtle watch. So we sit on a bench or a beanbag and we basically watch Turtle Cove. That's why it's called Turtle Cove, because we've got so many turtles. And we just sit there for half an hour watching the sea, looking for turtles.
We are collecting long-term time series data on them as well. We have a few resident turtles who have been named by the volunteers once they've positively identified them, and a couple of those have even been seen nesting on our second beach along, which is just over there, where from November to March we have a small hawksbill nesting population. So the volunteers will also go out on night walks and monitor the beach for any hatchling and nesting activity. So there's loads going on in the marine program, and it's a really exciting time here, especially with the marine protected area and with the turtles starting to nest again. It's a fantastic place to be. I love working here.
I feel like the coral reef here is a lot more diverse. There's a lot more abundance and a lot more fish species. Very three-dimensional. Embrace it, I'd say. It's a beautiful place.